Now we're going to service the fuel pump on a modern VW Beetle. To get to the fuel pump, it's actually inside the car. You'll need to open the door, lift the handle on the seat, get it to tip forward, get the purse out of the way. It's a girl car. Grab underneath the seat, pull up, pull forward, and then tip it up like so. Once you've tipped it up, you can see a patch of carpet that looks like it's an access panel, and it is. Pull it up aside, and then next to the VIN number you'll see this big panel. Pull out the 3 screws, and then you'll find the fuel pump underneath. You can tuck the pieces of carpet underneath. I like to put the driver's seat forward too so this doesn't push up against it, and then just go to town on these screws. My goodness, you know you've got the right bit when you can't get the screw off of it. So set that aside. Use the same screwdriver. Notice which way it's oriented because it's going to have to go on the same way. So I've got all the stamping closest to me. I'll just save you a little headache trying it, different ways. So set it aside, push in the buckle for the pump, push down, pull back. You notice how the wire sits in that little groove. There's a channel for it. Channel 5. So you'll put that aside. Next thing you'll want to do is note which way the fuel pump arrow is pointing. There's an arrow right here and a yellow tab. That's if you put the ring on in the same way. The next thing you want to do is push down on the fuel line, and then you see how there's a little button on this side of the end of the line. Push down, pull up. You will spill just a little bit of gas. Make sure you got some good ventilation. And it should pull on the fuel sending unit to where you don't spill any on the interior. So pull the line up. It'll barely clear off to the side. Do the same thing on this. Push down on the end of the line. Notice how the pump's made in the USA. It says so right there. That's cool, I like that. This particular one was assembled in Mexico. Not the pump, but the whole car. The first VIN character is a 3. I'm about to shut up and work, huh? Anyway, you get the idea. You push a button in on the end of here, pull it up, and then you do the pickle jar thing. If you can't get it to start by grabbing it, you can use a screwdriver and hammer and tap it this way here, and then go to the other side and tap it that way, and just work your way around it. You'll get it free. This is what the fuel sending unit looks like when you go to pull it out. I make it a habit not to film when it's critical to not spill gas on the inside of the car. So anyway, this is the way it's oriented when you pull it out. There's a little O-ring that apparently is rotten and just totally crumbling apart. Maybe that's contributing to the problem. Man, look at that. That's just horrible. That is just rotten as rotten. So anyway, when you go to pull it out, you pull it straight up, and then you start to tip it toward the plug side. And the reason why you do that is it's got this little fuel sending unit that indicates what the level of the fuel tank is. So as you go to pull it out, if you go to pull straight up, it's just going to bend this and get hung up. So as you pull up, you got to rotate this way and then pull it up and out of the vehicle, and you'll have a successful little exit. Otherwise you'll be fighting it, spilling gas everywhere. Here's what it looks like. There's more of those rubber parts in the bottom of the tank. Those will settle down. But you can see you spill out to the outside of it. You want to put both of the lines toward the front of the vehicle, off to the side there. And let's see if I can fish those out. I'm going to have to get some different gloves on. What a mess. But anyway, that's what we've done. The strainer on this is the culprit. You can see the bottom here. It's got the black stuff in the center. You can't really see it, doesn't show on camera real well, but that's what the problem was. It's probably from this rubber seal that you see here, just going rotten. You can see it from the shadow, it's pretty jagged. It's been dropping pieces in there, but some of that's infiltrated and enough of it's gotten into the pump to where it's caused a problem, especially when the tank gets low on gas. So the new fuel pump is an Airtex, as you see here, and it says made in Germany, but it's not lined up. It says made in one spot, and then it says Germany off to the side, VDO. And this one also says VDO, a little easier to see with some dirt on it, but it says made in the USA, and it's got the, you know, Skoda and the Audi symbol, Volkswagen symbol. This one's got a smear mark where they ground off underneath. But what's interesting to me is that Airtex, which is a United States company, has one that's marked made in Germany. They both say VDO. I think they lied. But anyway, the other thing that's just kind of why I'm filming this is that the fuel sending unit on this is missing. Somebody robbed it out of the box. They took this little seal, which obviously is important to get, and they took that and they took the fuel sending unit. So I think somebody bought this that needed just those two things, and the pump was still working. This pump works, it's just it gets blocked off. You know, it gets full of crud when you get down to quarter tank. There's junk in it. But anyway, when you open your box or when you're at the store, maybe take a look. Maybe it's a common thing, maybe not. But certainly worth mentioning. In this particular example with the Volkswagen fuel pump that we just did, let me just do this so I don't have to do annotations later. But that O-ring you have to buy from the dealership. I bought the fuel pump from AutoZone. You can buy it from Napa or wherever. But the O-ring comes separately, and so does the fuel level sending unit, the little unit on the side. So you have to pull that off and swap it onto the new pump. It's also available at the dealership. I think it was like 50 bucks or something, or might have even been 100. So we didn't bother to. I used the old one is what I did because it was still working fine. But that O-ring, you know, I talked earlier in another video about how Volkswagen, their plan or option for planned obsolescence, did you follow all that? Their planned obsolescence plan is to have materials that suck, basically, and if the materials suck, then the car will break down. That'll require either service in the dealership shop, or it'll cause a person to want to buy a new car so it'll be reliable. So anyway, if you want that O-ring, and you do want that O-ring, you got to go to the dealership and buy another one of their crappy dissolves in gas piece of shit O-rings. So as far as the fuel pump goes, I thought somebody robbed it. Apparently that was not the case. So hope you like this video. If you do, be sure to subscribe and you can watch more videos like this. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. Please don't personal message me. I hate those. Comments are great because other people get to read the same, read it, so I don't get the same question over and over again. I do want to help you. I love you guys, but let's be a little bit more efficient by asking questions in the comments. So, thanks for watching my videos. Cheers.